from going swimming and doing a few laps, and then other people came into the pool. So
businesses passing savings from the tax reform law down.
they got an indoor one, and then I went, jumped in the shower again because I always have to wash my hair after I'm in Florida. Just started doing yoga, and I'm on the ground finishing my yoga. So.
Should be against Toys R Us and their failure to look at basically the changes in with internet retailers like Amazon and Walmart and their failure to change their business model to keep up, because it's basically Amazon and Walmart's ability to bring toys at a much cheaper cost that has helped driven Toys R Us out of business. So their antiquated business model wasn't able to keep up.
And do the bridge pose.
So honestly, I think the biggest grievance is with mismanagement on the business side.
You promised your workers a severance package, and you've given severance in the past. You're like, oh, we have a little loophole, so we're going to get out of it. And I want to say something. I want to say something. Depending on my show, I want to say something, which is that point that Lisa made about the transition to a new company is so important, and that's why I couldn't believe the fact that we actually had a really important announcement on that this week from the Trump administration, led by Ivanka Trump, a new initiative to train workers for the jobs of the future. Do you know how much coverage that got? We did analysis. ABC News, 0. NBC News, 0. CBS News, 0. They're not interested, and yet that's the kind of thing that actually could help with a very good point you made about this big economic transition. I've gone on too long, sorry about that. Coming up, is there a positive alternative to our economic relationship with China? There is actually, and after the break, we'll meet the author of a new book who knows all about it. Don't go away.
Only Invisalign clear aligners are made with Smart Track material to precisely move your teeth to your best smile. See how Invisalign treatment can shape your smile up to 50% faster today at Invisalign.com.
Online dating? I know people meet that way, but where would I even begin?
Open laptop, go to OurTime.com, look for free. It's easy to take a look on OurTime, the fastest growing dating site for people over 50.
Some believe if it's not German, it's not luxury performance. So we brought these Infiniti SUVs to Germany with American families to drive them.
This track is always with German luxury auto, not for family or SUV.
Is it true? It's like two engines in one. How did Germany not do that first?
The Infiniti family of SUVs. There's nothing traditional about it. Lease the Infiniti QX50 for $399 a month at the Start Your Own Legacy summer sales event. Infiniti, empower the drive.
For up to 8 hours of relief, try a new approach that's helped generations of hemorrhoid sufferers. Novocaine, no other over-the-counter hemorrhoid product lasts longer. Available at CVS and Rite Aid. To download a coupon, visit Novocaine.com.
Whatever you do to stay healthy, you might be missing something. Your eyes. That's why there's Ocuvite. Ocuvite helps replenish nutrients your eyes can lose as you age. It has lutein, zeaxanthin, and omega-3. Ocuvite. Be good to your eyes.
Monday, getting away with Mueller. Inside Tony Podesta's critical deal with the special counsel. Alan Dershowitz brings you exclusive insight. Only on Tucker Carlson Tonight.
Attention men with frequent urges to urinate. Super Beta Prostate has ingredients clinically tested to help reduce urges to urinate and waking at night to urinate. That's why it's the #1 best-selling prostate supplement in America. Don't wait. Try non-prescription Super Beta Prostate.
Families may trust nursing homes to care for their loved ones, but it's important to know the warning signs of abuse and neglect if you suspect a loved one is suffering.
Call 1-800-299-6114. 1-800-299-6114. I'm a non-attorney spokesperson.
I won this 55-inch TV for less than $30 on DealDash.com. I got all this for less than $50 on DealDash.com.
These aren't actors, they're real people who got real savings at DealDash.com, the fair and honest bidding site. At DealDash.com, you can save up to 99%, but hurry, everything must go.
And shipping is always free.
Visit DealDash.com and start bidding today.
If our feet were our hands, everyone would instantly notice the difference Kerasol Intensive Foot Repair makes on dry, cracked feet. Kerasol exfoliates and repairs with visible results in 1 day. See the 1-day difference. Kerasol. When the world is watching and you need your logo to be perfect, you need certainty. At 4imprint, we give you the ultimate guarantee. Because when something has your logo on it, it matters. To you, your customers, your coworkers, and to us. Our wide selection always changes to keep up with the latest trends. But there is one thing we deliver that's timeless. Certainty. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com. 4imprint. For certain.
Attention men with frequent urges to urinate. Super Beta Prostate has ingredients clinically tested to help reduce urges to urinate and waking at night to urinate. That's why it's the #1 best-selling prostate supplement in America. Don't wait. Try non-prescription Super Beta Prostate.
Welcome back, everyone. If you've watched this show before, and if not, why haven't you? You've probably heard all about why I think China is the real enemy America needs to be wary of, not Russia. But is there an alternative to economic dependence on China? What about India? Joining me now from Singapore, the author of The Billionaire Raj, A Journey Through India's New Gilded Age, James Crabtree. I think we can say good morning to you, James. It's morning there, isn't it?
Good morning, Steve. Yeah, it's about 9:40 in the morning here in Singapore.
Very good. So listen, you've written all about India and how that country's changed so remarkably in recent years. I think that this argument about China often goes one way. It says, yeah, we'd like to kind of disentangle ourselves from China. It's not a great regime, etc., etc. But you're stuck because who else are you going to trade with? Who else are you going to invest with, etc.? But India's a massive economic opportunity, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, India is a huge and growing economy. It's the fastest growing economy in the world. You were just talking about Amazon and Walmart in your last segment. So Walmart just invested $16 billion to buy an Indian tech company. Amazon's investing $5 billion to try and become the largest e-commerce player. And in India, Uber as well is trying to win there. So you have a lot of American businesses looking to India as it starts to grow in the way that China used to. But it's a much bigger issue. China, as you have said on your show, is slipping backwards into a form of neo-Leninist autocracy. India is the world's largest democracy. It's a broadly speaking market economy. It could be a great friend to America if America plays its cards right.
So what do you describe in your book in terms of what's happening with India's economic and development and in other ways?
Well, so India is growing very quickly. As I said, it's the world's fastest growing economy. India, although it actually has some of the same problems that you face in the United States. So it has a deep and vibrant tech sector, it has a lot of big companies, but it also has a growing problem with inequality. There were only 2 billionaires in India in the mid-1990s. There's now something like 120. That's more than any country apart from China and America. So while India is growing and becoming more economically important and attracting more investment, it's also struggling with some of the same problems of inequality that you have in the United States.
And do you think that what's the attitude of India to investment and economic partnership? Would they welcome it with open arms, or are they more kind of wary of, for example, the US getting involved with them economically?
Well, I think this is the big opportunity. That if you look at it, particularly from Silicon Valley, where you live, and with some of what you've been talking about, China has a completely closed ecosystem for foreign investment. So if you look at the American tech giants, they're not even allowed to open there. India is Facebook's largest market by users, Google, Twitter. They don't make a lot of money there because the country is quite small, but in terms of the number of people they have using their platforms, it's big. And so while China has a big head start, both in terms of the size of its economy and the vibrancy of its tech sector, India has a much more open system and one that's much more willing to engage with outsiders, particularly from the United States. And so in the medium term, that should give India an advantage.
James, brilliant. I have to leave it there for now, but I really want to talk about this a lot more. I think it's crucial in terms of the sort of geopolitics in the rest of this century, frankly. Your book is fascinating. Congrats on that. I hope everyone goes and buys it. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Steve.
Coming up, Lisa and Richard are back with final thoughts. Don't go away.
Napoleon is duping us. We have an international trust. You're an nincompoop.
Gentlemen, I have just received word. The Louisiana Purchase
is complete.
Instant purchase notifications from Capital One, so you won't miss a purchase. Large, small, or very large. Technology this helpful could make history.
What's in your wallet?
Adulthood comes with many responsibilities. But you can get in your car and drive to Arby's for a $1 Coke float. So, it's a wash. Arby's, we have the meats.
How do you win at business? Stay at La Quinta, where we're changing with contemporary makeovers. Then use the ultimate power handshake, the upper hander with a double palm grab. Who has the upper hand now? Start winning today. Book now at lq.com.
This is an Overwatch operation.
What's the protocol?
Our team are no longer employees of the U.S. government. Their identities have been erased. They are engaged in a higher form of patriotism.
The mission is first, last, everything in between.
Mile 22, August 17th.
You want a home with a yard because she wants a home with a dog. You need Realtor.com. The home of
Anyways, I did the other half of my yoga before I got in here, so I just figured I'd check
you
that's what I
want
was
a
doing.
home near great restaurants.
I was doing laps right before that. So I'm gonna go to bed. I'm just gonna brush my teeth and maybe eat something. I don't know. Eat it while I'm on here. It's gonna be like
We needed to build a website for our paddleboarding business. With WordPress.com, it was easy to find a perfect domain name for our website. And our site is optimized so our business stands out when customers search for paddleboarding tours in Arizona. I added a reservations tool so our customers can book a tour right on our homepage. WordPress.com makes it easy to build our business website so we can get back to doing what we do best, taking people on the adventure of a lifetime.
It's like another butter.
In an era of online retail where everything is just a few clicks away, buying a car should be no different. That's why at Carvana, you can buy a car 100% online. We made it easy to browse, view, and buy from over 10,000 cars. You can even trade in your old car, all while binge watching your favorite TV show. Afterwards, we'll deliver your car to you. Or you can pick it up from one of our car vending machines. Either way, your car comes with a 7-day return policy. So grab a seat, relax in your comfy pants, and enjoy the new way to buy a car at Carvana. If you have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis,
I know the pool.
little things can be a big deal.
Guy came in there.
That's why there's Otezla.
Hey, what's up? Can I get your phone number?
Otezla is not an injection or a cream. It's a pill that
I
treats
can't leave it too.
psoriasis differently. With
So,
Otezla,
wait a minute,
75% clear
I'm like
skin
putting,
is achievable after
and
just
like,
4
I'll
months,
just call your
with
phone.
reduced
I have a phone
redness,
number.
thickness, and scaliness of plaques. And the Otezla prescribing information has no requirements for routine lab monitoring. Don't
Makes
use
the conversation
if you're
really
allergic to
short.
Otezla may cause severe diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting.
Say after
Tell
I
your
have it.
doctor if these occur. Otezla is associated with an increased risk of depression. Tell your doctor if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts or if these feelings develop. Some people
Oh,
taking
wow.
Otezla
I'm
reported weight
kidding.
loss. Your doctor should monitor your weight and may stop treatment. Other side effects include upper respiratory tract infection and headache. Tell your doctor about all the medicines you take and if you're pregnant or planning to be. Otezla, show more of you.
So, coming to some wise words from our fantastic team here. Richard, over to you.
Well, I actually think this India segment is interesting because I think it's...
Unlike the rest of the show.
No, all is interesting, but the Indian segment was interesting, particularly because instead of, I think, a senseless trade war against China, I think we're better off using our money investing in India as a way to counterbalance China because of the amount of foreign direct investment they have in emerging markets all across the world.
That's a great point. They're huge on that.
I thought the immigration segment was very interesting among the other ones as well. Just looking at the 180 that Democrats have done on the issue, and also one thing that never gets talked about is if you actually look at polling, the majority of Americans side with President Trump on a lot of these issues, whether it's sanctuary cities, whether it's border security, and even on the wall. So something that doesn't get talked about. It's true. I'll show you the polling. We can talk about it.
We're going to keep talking about it. That is all we have time for tonight. You can learn more about the next revolution. Next Red FM. Mark Levin is up next. I'm seeing you next Sunday when the next revolution will be
Ay, una baby. Wait.
Governor Huckabee, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing great, Mark. Honored to be with you.
And likewise, likewise. Now, everybody knows who you are. But let me just get a little...